Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tessie Selong, and if this happens to be the first time seeing this face, hearing the name, please don't make it your last, okay? Go ahead and click on that subscribe button and do well to give this video a thumbs up if you did find it useful. To my returning subscribers, thank you, and to the new subscribers, welcome to the community. Welcome, guys. From the title of the video, I believe you have an idea on what we're talking about in today's video: how to master your emotional intelligence and just getting better at it. And I'll also be sharing with you 3 skills on how to master your emotional intelligence and that of others. Okay, so if this is something that you want to listen in on and just learn 1 or 2, this is the space for you. Welcome. So the first question is, what is emotional intelligence? I would say that emotional intelligence is the ability for one to understand, to use, to manage his or her own emotions and the emotions of others as well, okay? And these are the 3 skills that I have just realized that it helps you to manage your emotions and that of others. These are identifying your emotional state. Number 2, which is seeking to understand. And the third one, focusing on the relationship. We'll be looking at identifying your emotional state. Basically, what that means is simply identifying and harnessing your emotions at that time, how you are able to apply them to tasks, and just how you're able to help others indirectly or directly, okay? Identifying and harnessing your emotions at the point boils down to knowing yourself, knowing your temperament and the kind of person you are. It also comes down to understanding your feelings at that point. There are sometimes that things happen around you, people say things to you or act a certain way to you, and you're yet to understand what just happened. So you need to understand what you're feeling and what just happened at the moment. Next point is, rather than just reacting at the moment, try as much as possible to calm down and just observe whatever is going on. Observe how you're feeling. Observe how your emotions are unfolding, okay? And the 5th point that I would like to share with you is just properly articulating your feelings. Don't just open your mouth and say whatever it is that you want to say. Make sure that whatever you're saying is being understood by the other person in the simplest of all ways, and make sure that you're conveying your true feelings to the person, okay? So try as much as possible to express yourself in a way that you just feel good, but don't just say anything. I don't know if that makes sense. It does. Okay. Now, what all of these points I have mentioned does is that it helps you to distance yourself from the source of your emotions. Distancing yourself from the source of the emotion doesn't mean that you won't have to speak about it or you don't get to speak about it at all. It just means that you're moving away from whatever triggered you, from whatever made you feel that particular way, okay? So you just know how to respond when you feel like responding, and it just helps to avoid further chaos, okay? So yeah, put these things into practice and let's see how it goes, okay? The second point is seeking to understand. Seeking to understand simply means being curious, okay? Be curious enough to ask thoughtful questions. Why did they do what they did? What led to this assumption? What led to this conclusion? Instead of just taking their reactions, their words at face value, try to ask these questions. Try to understand what their thought process was, okay, as to coming to such conclusions or acting the way they did. In seeking to understand, you'd also want to listen to their words. You'd also want to pay attention to their body language. You'd also want to pay attention to the tone of their voice. These are things that you should listen out for and just understand these people, okay, so that you don't react in a way that you get to regret at the end of the day. So you don't get to say things that you'd end up regretting at the end of the day. Now, a big part of seeking to understand is just so that you keep all judgment aside, keep all emotions aside, and be present in the situation. Listen and understand what these people are saying or what they are doing. Okay, don't bring in sentiments, don't bring in emotions, don't bring in judgment. It should be a judgment free zone, okay, because you want to understand their thought process basically and just understand what led to this and what led to that. All right, yeah. The third point would be focusing on the relationship. Once you are able to understand your own emotions, trust me, you'd be able to understand the other person's verbal and non-verbal languages, okay? And that just helps you to focus on how you treat them, on how you work with them, either socially, professionally, or personally, okay? It just helps you to set boundaries. It helps you to know what you're projecting to them so they don't get the wrong message, and you too, you don't get misconstrued. Focusing on the relationship also helps you to see things from their perspective and also helps you to encourage them to see things from your perspective. So the next time you're in a conflict situation, you're in some pressurizing situation that has to do with your emotions, try to put these three things in consideration. Try to practice the three things that I have mentioned earlier in this video, okay? They will surely help, and you'll also notice that you help the other person, okay? It is not about you at the moment, it's about them. You have to be sensitive enough to know what to say, to know what to respond to them, just so it doesn't get chaotic, okay? I understand that people love drama, people love chaos, they like violence, but help them and help yourself in turn, okay? Thank you guys for watching this video. I do hope you learned something from it. If you're not yet subscribed to me, please do well to click on that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Drop your comments and your questions in the comment section. I'm always there to check out everything, okay? I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay pretty. Bye guys. Mwah.